Folks, what we're going to do is we're going to review the numbers week over week, and we're going to quickly look at what's happened from supply and demand perspective before we start breaking down the actual weekly analytics, because it has been a bit of an eventful week. So let's jump right into it. When you look at the freehold segment, what we noticed last week is the number of listings jumped from 134 listings all the way to 494 listings. And that was a pretty substantial and material increase. Now, what's happened in the last week is we've gone from 494 listings to 810 listings. So that's quite a large jump. Looking at the number of sales, they have not gone up in proportion. So based on that data, we have more data this week to kind of flesh out our numbers and get an understanding of what's happening in the marketplace. So if you look at the data that I've been extrapolating on the Excel spreadsheet, what you will see here is that on the Excel spreadsheet, extrapolating the data for listings and number of sales, we're sitting at about 2.6 months of inventory on the freehold side. Now, going on the condo side, things are a little bit different. It's actually 5.2 months of inventory, which is a balanced market. On the freehold detached side in GTA, we're very much in a seller's market. Remember, when it comes to the types of market, 0 to 4 months is a seller's market, 5 to 6 months is a balanced market. Anything more than 6 months of inventory is a buyer's market. Don't confuse with the type of market with the number of days on market. They're totally different things. So going back to the data point here and understanding that we have more analytics to work with, this is a very interesting change. Sitting at 2.6 months of inventory, it's not a hot seller's market, but it's hot enough. It's also not a slow one. I can tell you, based on the feedback that I'm collecting with agents from the office, we are starting to see multiple offers again, which is very interesting. Now, going from this and looking at the weekly data, so we'll start off with the ask to sell ratio. We can actually see, based on this chart specifically, when people are saying that we're seeing multiple offers again, we can actually see that, because if you look at the data weekly, it's actually creeping upwards. So we saw a downwards trend, but now we're on the up again. And so when people say that we're seeing multiple offers again, this is actual evidence of properties going closer to asking, and in some situations over asking again. So that's an interesting trend, that we've been on the decline and all of a sudden we're on the upward side. We'll see if this pans out materially in the next couple of weeks, but this is pretty cool to see that. So it kind of reconciles what I'm hearing when I'm talking to listing agents within our office. Now, going back, so the ask to sell ratio is up weekly. Average days on market has started to peter out, right? It's starting to plateau. So 40 days on market doesn't look like it's going up. And again, this week is good because we have more data points. We're not comparing, for example, 134 listings with 180 sales or whatever it is. Now we're talking about 810 listings with 335 sales. So the numbers give us more meaningful understanding of what's happening on a week over week basis. So to see it plateau at the 40 days on market, it may indicate that things are picking up and consumers are out in the market, which we are seeing based on our listing analytics right now. In terms of sale price, so what's happening week over week, we haven't gone down. We're kind of sitting at the 1.2. So that's been consistent for the last couple of weeks. And I suspect that towards the end of the month, when we have that rate announcement, I'm not expecting rates to go up. I'm not expecting them to go down. I'm expecting them to stay as is. And with the daylight continuing to grow every single day, once it's a little bit warmer out, once it's a little bit more light out for longer, I think we're going to start seeing more and more people enter this market. And everybody's been talking about sitting on the fence, waiting for the interest rates. What I've been telling you, and I still am firm on this position, if you have a client who's looking at a property today, now may be the right time for them to buy, because they could probably find a reasonable deal. Yes, they'll have to get a higher interest rate, but if they're smart about how they structure their financing, they could do a shorter term loan that they could refinance after the fact. But if they run to the market when everybody else runs to the market, they might get a little bit of a lower interest rate by 1/4 or 0.5%, let's say in 6 months, but they're going to be dealing with multiple offers and properties going over asking again. And it's going to be the same chaos that we've been accustomed to. So anybody that's talking to a client today who's on the fence, I think if you go over the analytics with them, it's pretty clear that as soon as we see an adjustment in the interest rate, inflation's a little bit down, interest rates come down, consumer confidence is ready, and then you're going to see the market shoot up again. And that's going to be chaos that you probably want to avoid. So you may want to overpay for the asset and underpay for the opportunity from a purely interest rate perspective right now. If you've got someone who can afford a property, but they're currently renting, I don't think it makes sense, because the way the mortgages are structured right now, the way the rents look, it is very expensive to be renting in the Greater Toronto Area. Now, moving on from here, let's look at the condo side of things. So on the condo side of things, look at the number of listings weekly. It's shot up like crazy, whereas the number of sales haven't really gone up too much. So you can see here, we went from 471 listings to 727 listings, but the number of sales are not keeping up like we saw on the freehold side. Like we're seeing an uptick on the detached side. On the condominium side, going back to my Excel spreadsheet, what this means for us is that we're sitting at 5.2 months of inventory. At 5.2 months of inventory, we are in a balanced market, which means if you're looking to buy a condo, you can probably get a good deal right now. Okay, it's going to be a better deal than you would have been able to get, say, a year and a half or 2 years ago, from what I can tell you. Now, going back to this data here, so we understand that there's more analytics to work from. Breaking that down and looking at the average ask to sell ratio, you can see we're not seeing multiple offers in condos, and it kind of reconciles with this chart here, right? On the detached side of things, we saw this chart go up because we're starting to see multiple offers again. On the condo side, it's still kind of just trending in the same direction, which tells you, again, there's an opportunity here if you're looking for condominiums for a buyer. Average days on market, we're sitting at 46, so it's kind of plateaued here as well. It may go up or down. It'll depend on how much inventory we see, I think, week over week. In terms of the average sale price, it's gone up. So out of the transactions that have happened in the last week, they've been hitting a little bit higher. And so week over week, it's gone up. But if you look at it again, keeping in mind what I mentioned to you last week, we didn't have very much data to work off of. So as we kind of start seeing more and more data, our insights become more and more meaningful. With less data points, it's hard to extrapolate and see what's going on, but we can at least make some projections based on what we're seeing. So that's the weekly market update for this week. There's a couple of news posts that we're going to send out hopefully today or tomorrow that you guys will take a look at. Is anybody experiencing anything differently? Anybody have anything that they would like to share otherwise? All right. I will post this recording shortly, and I will see you guys at training on Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.